team.
First question, please, to Tom Decent. Tom, are you there?
Yep. Sorry. Have you got me, guys?
Yes, got you.
All good. Sorry, Pat. Hey, I'm just wondering if you have finalised an 11 that you're willing to share.
Yes, we have. Joshy Hazelwood misses out this week, and happy to say Mitchell Swepson will debut.
Can you elaborate on that thinking? That's obviously a debut for Swepson. Has he been told that news? How pumped is he in? What gives you confidence he's ready for that?
Yeah, he's pumped. To be honest, we're all pumped for Sweppo. He's spent a lot of time running drinks over the last couple of years. He's absolutely ready. He's been a huge part of the squad, even though he hasn't been playing. So we're really excited to see him get a chance. Combination of things. I think the wicket here looks a little bit drier. Historically a bit friendlier for the spinners. We think particularly a wrist spinner of Sweppo's quality gives us a balance, gives us the best opportunity to take 20 wickets. And just think he's ready. Excited for him. Joshy misses out. We still think reverse swing could be a factor in this game.
Mel Farrell, please.
Thanks, Brian. Hey, Pat. Can you just talk to us a little bit about Mitch and the sort of person he's been around? He's obviously been there since that 2017 tour in India when you came back and played your first test in 6 years. So can you give us an idea of just, how he's been around the team and how he's dealt with disappointments of never quite making it until now?
Yeah, I think the first thing about a spin bowler, especially a wrist spin bowler, is to become really good, you've got to work hard. And Sweppo bowls for longer than just about anyone else in the nets, and he has done for as long as I've been on tour with him. He works incredibly hard at his game. He's been really, really good for Queensland in the Shield. He's won games off his own back for them. Even in the most recent T20 World Cup, he didn't play, but he was a huge part of the 15-man squad over there. So he's just a really good presence, really positive, hard worker, good fun to be around. And in terms of his cricket, just high quality. I think he's always improving, and just feel like he's absolutely ready to go.
Andrew McGlashan, please.
Thanks, Brian. Hey, Pat, just to change tack slightly from the bowling just onto the batting, your top order had 4 guys get to 50 and then Cam got to 48 as well last week. How important will it be, not just with an eye on this test, but the subcontinent cricket you have over the next 12 months, that when guys get in, they really make it count with sort of the 150 plus scores?
Yeah, spot on. Yeah, we spoke about that after the game. There's some really good positives from the batting group to get high 400s, but I think spot on over here. It's if you get yourself in, you've got to try and capitalise. And I think even last week, if we're being really, really critical, we might have missed a chance where we could have put a good lead ahead and maybe had a chance to bowl, bowl on day 5 with a bit of a lead, and that's us tail enders as well. So they've been really working hard the last couple of days of training. I think this wicket will provide a couple more questions, and they're up for it. So full confidence.
Cheers, Pat.
David Mark, please.
Pat, I'm just wondering, what did you learn from the first test, and what improvements do you want to make for the second test?
Yeah, overall, I was pretty happy with how we stuck at it. I think one of the learnings was, before coming over here, we spoke about really managing the tempo of the game. And I thought we did that brilliantly during the first game. We didn't get, obviously, as many wickets as we would have liked, but we never let the run rate slip, which I think in past tours in the subcontinent we have. So I always felt like we were, we never lost control of the game. I think only taking 3 or 4 wickets for the game, albeit a pretty benign wicket. I think, look at ways we could have been more creative and tried new things. But I think overall we left that Test match, feeling like we tried a lot of, tried as much as we could on that wicket. So I think as a Test match, it's an absolute outlier, that last one, and put it behind us, and come to here where we probably get close to the conditions we'd expect in a subcontinent Test match.
Shahid Hashmi, please.
Morning, Pat. There was an admission after the Pindi test that the pitch was prepared to nullify Australia's pace attack. Do you think that the rival camp has fear of Australia's pace attack, or they respect too much?
Oh, it's hard to say. I think for a long time it's been one of our strengths in our Test sides. Our being able to have tall, fast bowlers. Don't blame anywhere we play that they try and produce conditions that perhaps might nullify the opposition. If anything, I found it a real positive that they went away from a wicket that they would, traditionally play there in Rawalpindi. It's wait and see if that continues for this week.
Bharat, please.
Thanks, Brian. Morning, Pat. Looked like Steve Smith and David Warner were really creating a rough on those pitches and on the far side in the nets. Is that based on whatever you guys have seen? You spoke about the pitch being dry. Do you expect a lot of rough and the pitch to break up sooner than most other pitches?
Yeah, I think so. At training you try to take it to the extreme. So they're trying to produce extreme conditions so that on day 4 or 5 they're ready for what might come up. But I think I expect this wicket to break up a little bit more. Don't necessarily means don't think it from ball 1 of the Test match is going to be ragging, but I think there'll be a bit more rough this Test.
Sorry, Pat, if I can just slip another quick one. Have you had a chat with Steve or Nathan about captaining 2 spinners? It'll be new experience for you in that sense. Had a couple of quick chats. We'll keep chatting today, but I've got a few different ideas, but I think especially over here, it's probably learning from the first Test. It's always nice to have kind of attacking bowler from one end and a more holding role down the other end, I think. But different times call for different methods. But confident that even as a leg spinner, Sweppo can really play that holding role if needed as well. Thanks, Pat.
Lockie McCurdy, please.
Hey, Pat, obviously with 2 spinners, it means that for the first time we'll see Cam Green essentially playing as the third quick in the team. What sort of role, or what did you like about the role he played in the first Test in Rawalpindi, and what do you want to see from him as sort of the third seamer, and how do you think you'll use him in this Test?
It's I was really happy with how he went in the first Test. He's still that's his first Test match in subcontinent conditions, probably first Test match with a reversing ball. These conditions, even if you play a lot of Shield cricket, you might never experience. So I thought he finished the Test learning more than he'd known at the start of the Test. I think as a 5th bowling option here particularly, might be more of a holding role, but if the ball starts reversing, he bowls 140 kilometres, so he could be a real asset then as well.
Faizan Lakhani, please.
Thanks, Pat. It's been now that over 2 weeks that you guys are in Pakistan. What you had in your mind before coming to Pakistan, and what is your message to your colleagues now after spending over 2 weeks in this country?
It's been great. It's been a great tour. We've thoroughly enjoyed it. Us playing group. We were really well looked after in Islamabad, and it's the same here in Karachi. Really nice hotel, good food, well looked after, and every time we leave the hotel to go to the ground, I think it hits home how lucky we are to be so well looked after, all the locals, literally stop what they're doing to I guess get us to the stadium, which is it doesn't go unnoticed. We're really thankful for the lengths that everyone's gone to here to make this test series happen. So we've loved it. Can't wait for the next 2 tests. It's a really special series.
Andrew Ramsey, please.
Thanks, Brian. Hi, Pat. You mentioned you thought reverse swing will play a role here. I assume that's because of the sort of fairly well-trafficked centre wicket area. Did you see enough in the hints you got of it at the test of Rawalpindi to think your guys have got it pretty much under control as much as you can?
Yeah, I think it'll be a bigger factor here. As you said, the square's a lot drier. Even with rain around in Rawalpindi, I think the ball got quite soft and damp at times. So I think it'll be a much bigger factor here and probably pretty early on as well. I think even day one, I wouldn't be surprised if you see it reversing. And I was happy. We kept talking about it throughout the game, trying to find our ball maintenance way to try and keep it dry and keep it swinging. And Starkey and I've both played a lot of cricket with reversing balls, so I feel like we're ready to go.
Eddie Summerfield, please.
Yeah, g'day, Pat. Thanks for your time today. One, firstly, about yourself. How are you feeling? There were a few reports around yesterday that you left training early. And secondly, how's the rest of the group feeling? Pretty short turnaround between first and second tests.
Yeah, no, I'm 100%. I didn't leave training early. Everyone's fine. We've got a full contingent to select from. We managed, especially the fast bowlers, through that second innings in the first test, knowing that it was a short turnaround. So now we're all absolutely ready to go.
Mir Ali, please.
Hi, Pat. Good morning. Noman Ali was really good on that benign Rawalpindi wicket, but this time it's going to be drier here in Karachi, as you mentioned. How have you guys planned to tackle his left arm spin? And do you expect Pakistani spinners to be a threat in this one?
I think history shows that the spinners are probably more damaging here than the pacemen. I thought he bowled well in the first test match, but equally I thought our batters had their plans and played really well. I think quite a few of those wickets were probably non-traditional ways that our batters got out, so I think that's a big tick for their game plan. But it's going to have to be super tight if this does spin as much as perhaps we think.
Got 4 more questions now. Huzaifa Khan, Mohammed Akram Khan, Badr Uzzaman, and also David Mark. So first of all, Huzaifa Khan, please.
Okay, thanks, Brian. Good morning, Pat. Pat, we have seen Steve Smith bowling in the nets for a long time yesterday. So are we going to see him more bowling as a more regular bowler in the Karachi test?
I wouldn't bank on that. Especially with Swepson in, but he's certainly an option.
Mohammed Akram Khan, please.
Hi, Pat. Pat, there is a great debate regarding Rawalpindi dead pitch, but Noman Ali has shown his class, what he has done with his bowling. So I expect there is a solid spin track in Karachi. So what's your plan against Noman Ali and Sajid Khan? And please tell us a little bit about what happened with Alex Carey yesterday.
I'll start with Alex Carey. That was very funny. We were just sitting around waiting to go on the bus, and just walked straight into the pool. So it's very funny. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen, actually. We just got a new footage out this morning of the CCTV camera from a different angle, which is even funnier. So the boys had a good laugh. Kez had a very funny laugh at himself as well. In terms of the other question about the spinners, I think we did a lot of prep leading into this tour and in Karachi before that test match, expecting really spin friendly conditions. So everyone's got their own game plans. Every batter's going to do it slightly differently, and they're all ready to go.
Badi Uzzaman, please.
Pat, the Australian team has not won the test match at the National Stadium Karachi till date. This time they have made a special plan to win against Pakistan.
I think we prepare every test match to try and win. Obviously, we haven't played a lot of here for a long time, so I wouldn't read into that too much.
Last question, please. David Mark.
Yeah, thanks, Brian and Pat. Just wondering how the team's going emotionally since the passing of Shane Warne. Has that affected the team at all? I guess, I mean, obviously psychologically, but I guess in terms of your playing as well?
Yeah, everyone's going okay, thanks. With Rod as well. Rod was quite close to quite a few staff members and players as well. I think everyone's still in disbelief. But we've shared a lot of stories. Especially with Warney, he was the hero to a lot of our players growing up. He's still one of our favourite ever cricketers. I think it's quite special that someone like Mitchell Swepson is going to debut tomorrow as a leg spinner who grew up trying to replicate Warney. Everyone's getting around each other. I think it hits home. These kind of moments gives everyone moments of clarity and perspective. And I think if anything, the way he played was a pretty good blueprint for every player that wants to be part of test wins and win the game for their team. So if anything, a few of those stories has hit home and invigorated a lot of the players.
Just has it been, I guess, I know Warne worked with Swepson, has it been particularly poignant for him, the fact that he's been selected now?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to Sweppo particularly about that, but I think all spinners have a closer affinity. I know Nathan Lyon had got a lot of value off Shane Warne. Even Farwad Ahmed, who's here as a consultant, worked a lot with Warney. So I think the common theme is everyone seems to have a story or two about Warney.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Thank you, everyone. Take care, and
thank you,
days.